Hey everybody, and welcome to another random and out of left field review. Now, if you've been a subscriber to my channel, or if you're new here, first of all, welcome. But if you've been a subscriber, you know that I'm a massive DC, massive Batman, and a massive DC animated movie fan. And although I will admit that they've had a roller coaster of ups and downs, with some being better than others, lacking in quality and even sometimes writing, they've been pretty much on an up for the most part. But today I want to talk about the latest comic to animated film adaptation, Batman: The Long Halloween. Batman: The Long Halloween is based on the 90s comic run of the same name by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. It might be Sale, I'm probably messing up that name. The story is that of Batman investigating a series of murders that are taking place specifically on holidays, as various members of crime families are being picked off one by one, and it's up to Batman, Harvey Dent, and Commissioner Gordon to solve the mystery as soon as possible. Now, I have read the original comic that this movie is based on, and although I do appreciate it, it's a good story, it's got a very unique art style, it's not my cup of tea. Anything involving too much of the mob or getting into the politics of the Gotham Underground is boring to me. But that isn't to say that this is a bad story. In fact, it's probably one of the more iconic Batman series around. As for the animated movie, however, the voice cast is probably one of the best parts of the movie, as Jensen Ackles, former Supernatural star and one-time Red Hood / Jason Todd in Batman Under the Red Hood, arguably one of my favorite DC animated films of all time, he fits the character extremely well, and the rasp in his voice is perfect for Batman. I have no complaints other than at times it seems like he didn't get to talk very much. Batman's typically a pretty quiet guy, but I think there's a solid chunk of this movie where he doesn't get to say anything at all. The film also features the voice stylings of Josh Duhamel, Niya Riviera, Troy Baker, Billy Burke, Jack Quaid, and more. And like I said, I have no complaints as it was pretty solid all around. In terms of animation, this too was pretty good. I'm liking the new style of animation that has been implemented in DC animation that started with 2020's Superman Man of Tomorrow. The style took over at the end of the DC AU as we previously known it when it finished with Justice League Apocalypse War. And to be honest, this style is really starting to grow on me. I think it fits a little bit better with Batman than it did with the Superman movie, but let me know what you think down in the comments. Now to the meat and potatoes in the movie, the story. As I said, the comic story didn't do much for me, and the movie version didn't really either. As with other DC AU stories, Batman: The Long Halloween does take some liberties and change some things. I won't spoil anything here in case you did want to see the movie or are a fan of the comic, but do know that there are plenty of changes, and changes aren't necessarily always a good thing, especially in the world of DC. DC's had a reputation of changing some things about their animated films, which often ruins them, such as with The Killing Joke, Hush, Death in the Family, and several others. Overall, I'd have to say that Batman: The Long Halloween Part 1 was pretty much a success. It's got a great style and voice cast, but you don't necessarily need to rush out and watch it just because I'm a massive DC and Batman nerd. I just had to see it, what can I say? But you don't have to actually watch it right away. In fact, I would recommend waiting until Part 2 comes out next month, when the whole movie you can watch it, kind of like what they did with The Dark Knight Returns. They split it up into 2 parts, which I don't know why they did that. For that one, it makes more sense. For this one, it's just kind of like, what? But anyway, I still recommend checking it out. I would probably wait until Part 2, or they just make one full comprehensive movie, probably like this should have been in the first place. Even if it was longer, I say make a longer movie rather than giving us 2 parts. But that's just my own opinion. But if you have seen Batman: The Long Halloween Part 1, let me know what you thought about it down in the comment section down below. Also, while you're down there, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos from me, including my recurring series Revisiting the MCU every single Thursday. And for even more superhero content from me, check out my videos on the Animated Apparel Company YouTube channel, where I talk about all sorts of superhero stuff, DC, Marvel, and you can even check out animatedapparelcompany.com for all your awesome superhero merch, and use my code Aaron20 to get 20% off your order. But for now, those are my spoiler-free thoughts on Batman: The Long Halloween Part 1. I'm probably going to wait till Part 2 to get a little bit more spoiler-y, or at least like a full review. Maybe I'll do Part 1 spoiler-free, Part 2 spoiler-free, and then just comprehensive with spoilers. Let me know if you want to see those videos by hitting like and letting me know down in the comments. Other than that, that's all I have for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you in the next video.